And all of you will get a complimentary virtual background like that, as well as a complimentary digital card. We're giving you a lot of goodies today. So we're going to be giving you the digital card, email signature, virtual background, website, all for free. We're also going to give you a Canva workbook so that you can take it, print it. If you're a broker owner, you can share it with your agents as well. So we're going to provide all of that to all of you today. And we're going to go through Canva and really break it down very simply how to best use Canva, what are the best uses of Canva, how to really level up your digital marketing and your marketing with Canva. But before we get started, I'm curious, put it in the chat. We got 43 people on the call. How many of you use Canva? How many of you do not? Just put a yes or a no in the chat. And also tell me what brand you're with. I'm curious what brand you're with. Like, are you with Coldwell Banker? Are you with EXP? Or do you have a boutique brokerage? So Pamela says yes. So she has the enterprise account. Connie's with Howard Hanna. Yes. We got Monica with KW. They have an enterprise account. Linda with Weichert. Veronica says no with Keller Williams. You have a free enterprise account, Veronica, just so you know. Yashi says Coldwell Banker. Realty Promotions, Douglas Elliman, Seize the Day Realty. I like that name, by the way, Seize the Day. No, says Sandra. Awesome. So a lot of you are new to Canva. For those of you that use Canva, can you share with everybody else in the chat what do you love about Canva? And we're really going to dive into this today. And I think you're all going to be lovers of Canva in the end here. It's my favorite marketing tool out there. It's probably the tool that I live in every day. And I'm a CEO of a company. So like I really shouldn't be playing with this stuff, but I love it so much that I go in there. Giovanni says, I don't use Canva, but I need to learn. Tina says customizing. Brian says Element is working on an enterprise account. Amazing. Good, great to know, Brian. Thanks for that. Jessica says editing, the options, the easy interface. Pamela says the ease of creating, editing. Wish there was more video options to edit. There are actually, Pamela, a lot of video options. I'll show you that as well. Connie says it's easy to use. Awesome. So let's jump into this. I'll share my screen here. Jose, anything you want to share before you get started? And by the way, Jose's on the call. Jose is he's on calls with agents all day long. What Jose does is he's an expert in looking up your digital presence, seeing how you're using Canva marketing on your social media, on Google, on AI, finding where you're all leaving money on the table. Because I guarantee every person on this call, I've met thousands of agents, we're all leaving money on the table, including me. And whether that's marketing money you're leaving on the table because you're not leveraging marketing, or it's people in your database, or there's contacts in your phone, or there's Google presence that you're missing out on, there's money being left on the table. If any agent was to start out brand new, I pretty much guarantee I could have them making money in 30 days just by them handing me their phone. Like that's how much money is left on the table.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be here with everyone today. I've been on this trainings with most of you for quite some time now. And I think, for the most part, creating content can be very off-putting for so many people just because they think that they're not well versed enough or they don't know how to create the best looking graphics. But here we have a tool such as Canva that can save you time. You can create very appealing looking content in a few seconds. So I think this is going to be a game changer for most people here.
Exactly. All right, so let me share my screen on this. And Jose, we can see the Canvas screen right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is a Canva masterclass. I do provide deeper, more advanced trainings on Canva as well. I've done 2-hour trainings on this. There's videos on our YouTube channel about this as well. And really what we're going to cover today is why Canva and how do we create branding for you as an agent? What kind of marketing can you do for your listings? What are some advanced Canva tools? Like you see this picture of me on this Canva workbook. I kind of removed the background. That is one of the best tools out there. It's called Background Remover. That's in Canva. I'll show you how to use that, how to create workflows for yourself, and how to even do a makeover of your online presence and your marketing. This is a Canva workbook that we will be giving to all of you just for attending today. So stay tuned for that. We'll give you a way to download that as well. Quick little video just to give you a little background on me. I spoke at the last Hudson Gateway Association of Realtors Members Day. Liz was kind enough to invite me to speak there. I speak on a lot of stages. I just want to give you a background on how I got in the business and what we do for agents. So I'll play that really quick and then we're going to jump right into the training. Let me know afterwards what you think of the video, what resonated the most with you, and maybe you can relate to my mom's story as well.
CEO of a Inc. 5000 company, international speaker, tech founder, pitch battle winner, webinar sales expert, digital marketing magician.
Hey, my name is Alex Montalenti, CEO of RealGrader.ai and creators of the Instacard, the digital business card, now in use by over 1 million real estate professionals. I've spoken all over the world for various brands like Remax, Coldwell Banker, C21, ERA, EXP, Berkshire Hathaway, you name it, as well as for the National Association of Realtors and at Inman. The real estate industry changed my life. My mom has been in real estate. My entire family has been in real estate. I've been in the industry for over 25 years. And what happened is my mom came from Romania in 1968. She escaped during communism, came to America with nothing. She left her house behind. She left her factory behind. Our family were entrepreneurs, everything they left behind to come to New York City and start a new life. And my mom was lucky enough to meet somebody in real estate and she became a licensed real estate agent. Now, my mom was terrific with people, but terrible with technology. And I came home during college and she was struggling with the internet, with digital marketing. She couldn't even get a listing into the computer. So that summer, I helped my mom, I got my license, and I started doing digital marketing. And she closed the biggest deal of her life. It was an $80,000 commission check. Imagine, single mom, 2 kids, $80,000 commission check comes in. That was a game changer for our family. And I got to see the importance of helping realtors with digital marketing, social media, technology. So many agents are overwhelmed by all the tech that's out there. They want to be in the relationship business. They don't want to be techies. They don't want to be Facebook gurus. They don't want to be on Instagram or TikTok. They just want to do real estate. So I created this company called RealGrader.ai, and we just hit the Inc. 5000, number 800 fastest growing company. In my sessions, you're going to learn about the power of Google and your online presence. Let's face it, have you Googled yourself lately? Consumers are checking you out online. We're going to teach you how to get your Google business page ranked on the top of Google. We're going to teach you how to get more Google reviews so you build that trust and that likability with your clients. We're going to teach you how to leverage social media, video marketing, AI, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all the different channels, and how to leverage that with your entire Google presence. At the end of the day, this business is all about referrals. People are going to look you up online. This industry helped my mom in the hardest time of her life, and what I want to do is speak on as many stages as possible, help relieve stress for real estate professionals, and help them take it to the next level. They deserve the best. They deserve to reach as many people as possible with one of the most stressful transactions of people's lives, which is buying or selling a home. So let's reduce the stress, let's reduce the overwhelm, and let me help the real estate industry with this technology problem.
So thanks for watching the video. Let me know what resonated with you. If you could relate to my mom, overwhelmed by technology. We're trying to solve that problem for as many people as possible. That's why we're trying to make it really easy by pre-building even digital business cards and websites and all kinds of tools and provide complimentary training to all the different associations. So let me know in the chat, what are your thoughts? And we'll get started. Can everybody hear me okay? Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, Shay said great. Wanda said yes, technology is so overwhelming. I think we all feel that way.
Bonnie says, I am your mom, LOL. Awesome. So here's the digital card, right? So here you see Liz's digital business card, and all of you get one complimentary. We pre-created them for every member of the association. You'll have a login. You'll be able to click in there. You can download a complimentary QR code, so you can put that on your open house flyers. You can download the digital card, the website, all of that. Plus, in that solution, I'm also giving you training videos on how to use Facebook, how to use Instagram, how to use LinkedIn, how to use YouTube, how to leverage Realtor.com, Zillow, and Homes.com. And these are all the complementary profiles. So all of this stuff that I'm creating is a way for you to get an edge on your competition without paying any money. Does that sound good? So I'm going to make it super easy for all of you to get your digital card and to get the free training videos. All you got to do is text HGAR to this phone number. So this is our first like technology test. You're going to actually take out your phone. You're going to text the phone number 516-400-4161 and just text the letters HGAR and it should auto respond to you. And then you're going to put in your information like you're going to see here. It'll say add yourself to community. You add your information and instantly the technology is going to send you your digital card. It's going to send you the complimentary guidebooks and it's going to send you training videos. And why I want to get this for you all is because this is how I'm going to send you the Canva workbook as well. So I want to make sure we see how many people got the links. So once you get the link, put I got the link in the chat. And then once you close that out, you'll receive a text message with all of the digital card and all of that stuff. So let's see out of 48 people, how many passed the first little technology test here. Awesome. Connie already has our digital card. VJ says, I got it. Amazing.
Nice. We got Tony in here. Wanda texted in. Pamela texted in. Diane.
Perfect. So I already see 6 people have texted in out of 42. If it's not, or out of 48, if it's not working for you, say, hey, it's not working. Technology is not perfect yet. We're not in that world of perfect technology, but we're getting pretty close. Awesome. So I see we got 1, 2, 3, Pamela, Kathleen, Mary, Wanda, Tony, Kathy, Monica, all texted in, all got the link. If for any reason it's not working, I do have a backup plan for you. You're going to email hello@realgrader.com. And then in the subject line, you're just going to put HGAR. Keyshawn, your digital card can be totally compliant with your broker. And by the way, we're already broker compliant with probably top 20 brands out there. But you can always show your digital card to your broker. But we follow all the compliance rules of putting the address, the broker name, DRE license numbers, all of that good stuff.
And Arthur, if you're in here, Arthur Livesey, just text HGAR to that number and you'll get the automatic reply.
And Joseph, you don't have to put your actual birthday. We just need to have somebody who's over the age of 18, because apparently there's a law where you can't text somebody if they're less than 18 with this tool. The email address is hello@realgrader.com and the phone number is 516-400-4161. So I'm going to let Jose put that in the chat so we don't spend too much time here. I want to get to the training, but I wanted to make sure you get something for coming today. So I'd like to give you that right up front. So now, here we go, the Canva training. The 3 biggest challenges that I see for agents is number 1, most of you don't have a consistent brand, meaning you're not showing the same headshot everywhere, the same logo everywhere, the same look and feel. In fact, if I look you up online, chances are most of you don't have the same headshot everywhere. Time management. How do we manage our time? This takes a lot of time. Technology takes a lot of time. So if I can give you a couple things today that are going to save you time, that would be valuable, right? What about standing out online? In order for you to look good online, you do have to look like a professional. And, this might freak some of you out, but I'm going to say it anyway. There are people who are going to AI trying to figure out how to list their own homes, right? And if they go online and they can produce better marketing graphics for their property or for their for sale by owner than you can as a professional realtor, That's going to be a concern. So we have to make sure that our listing flyers, our marketing graphics look really professional because that's part of why they're hiring you. They want to make sure that their biggest asset of their life, their biggest stress ball of their life, their home, is actually going to get marketed in a professional way. And if you're not using Canva or a professional to do it, chances are you're kind of below the floor or below the standard of where you need to be. So how does Canva solve this? Well, Canva is giving you the templates. They're 90% makes you 90% faster at creating this stuff. None of you should be creating a flyer from scratch. None of you should create a marketing piece from scratch. There are templates in Canva for everything, from an Instagram reel to an open house flyer to a listing flyer. You name it, it already exists in Canva, which is why Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Better Homes and Gardens, now Douglas Elliman are all using Canva for their agents. Also, you can create an entire brand kit. What is a brand kit? A brand kit is like everything you need for your marketing. Your headshot, your logo, your designation logos. You can store all of that inside of Canva so that you don't have to go searching for it every time. Yeah, Monica says I need a brand kit. We actually make we have a service where we design brand kits for agents, but you can make your own. Not to mention, Canva has unlimited marketing assets for you. Literally look at anything, a presentation, a social media piece, a video, a QR code, a document. It can even write emails for you. And if you're part of one of these brands, you already have a complimentary enterprise account. And if you're not part of one of these brands, you actually have a complimentary Canva account because Canva doesn't charge for the free version. They only charge for the pro version. So I do recommend each and every one of you to go create an account if you don't have one. And if you're part of one of these brands, like some of you from Keller Williams, they already paid for the pro version for you. They gave you an enterprise account. So all these brands already have free enterprise accounts. How many of you did not know that? If you're part of KW or Coldwell Banker, you did not know that you have a free account through your brand. You definitely want to inquire about that. They went out and spent a lot of money to give these away. Now, let's enter the world of Canva. What are a couple things, put it in the chat, that you want to use Canva for? Like, what could you create? A video, a social media post, a flyer. What do you need right now? Like, let me know. What do you need right now? Hey, I got a listing. I have to make an open house flyer. Hey, I have a listing. I need to make a social media post. I need to post a video. All of the above, right? Social media post, Tina says. Social media. Monica says, I need a logo. Canva's amazing for logos. Brittany says, I need a video. Linda says, I need flyers and social media posts. All the things that you have listed, I would make them in Canva. That's the first place I would start. So you can literally come into Canva and say, make me a social media post. They even have AI for this, right? The free account is going to give you basic templates, a limited library of stock media, and some design tools. And the pro account is just going to give you more of everything, more features, more images, more templates, right? So you can get away with the free account. None of you have to necessarily upgrade to pro. Although once you see some of the pro features, you may say, you know what, I do want to upgrade to pro. And I'm not a Canva representative. I'm just here to train about it. But look at all the amazing things that Anna has created using her Canva account. She created her entire listing presentation in Canva. She created social media posts in Canva. Yes, it does create postcards as well, open house flyers, right? Video reels, websites. You can actually build a website in Canva for free. You can design your logo in Canva for free. So basically, everything you need to get started in the business is in Canva, and everything you need to maintain your marketing is in Canva. Here's a before and after. Let's say Anna had this as a flyer before using Canva. Well, look at what she got completed with Canva. She colorized it. She added her logo. She added her headshot. That's called personalized branding. And this is how all of you need to look when you put out your marketing materials, is this image on the right. What about your brand kit setup? This is one of the first things you want to do when you enter Canva. You want to upload your logo to Canva. You want to tell Canva, hey, These are my colors. These are the fonts I like. And this is generally my brand voice. What is a brand voice? Well, for Anna, it's like, hey, I'm warm, I'm grateful, I'm community driven, I speak with heartfelt optimism. And you can ask AI to write your brand voice, but that's going to help you design things that are more in line with how you show up. And then photos and graphics. Oh, is there a box on top? Jose, is there a gray box right now?
No.
Okay, good. Now, organizing your Canva library. Okay, organizing, actually, you know what? I'm going to stop for a second and go into Canva. So this is Canva. We all see my screen, right? And if I go to the home screen of Canva, it'll say, what will you design today? And it'll say, would you like to design a presentation? Would you like to design social media? Would you like to make a video? Would you like to make a document? All of the things, right? So let's say I want to make a social media. I would just click social media. And then it says, what would you like to create? And I'll say, I want to create a real estate social media post. Okay. And it'll say, oh, a real estate social graphic. And I go, yeah, I like that. Let me click on that. And now it's going to show up with a real estate social media graphic with all of these templates on the left-hand side. So let's say I like this template. I just bring it in, and now I can start modifying the text on the template. If whoever's noise that is, if you can mute yourself, I appreciate it. You can modify this template and you can change the image, right? So I could say, this is a 4-bedroom house. And instead of reallyGreatSite.com, my name is Anna Benavides, and I put my contact info, etc. But notice how this is like ready to go. Now, if I had my brand kit, I would click on brand, and I could literally apply my colors by clicking. Do you see how easy that was? Because I had already created a brand kit, I just click my colors and it changed the graphic to my colors. If I wanted to add my logo, I could go find Anna and I could literally drag my logo into the thing, right? I could drag her headshot in. And then I could remove the background called Magic BG, Magic Background Remover. And I remove her background, and boom, now I have Anna's picture that I can place over the image and personalize it. And I'm just showing you this real quick to show you the possibilities here, but who thinks that's already pretty cool that you can quickly find a template? I just go to the homepage, I click social media, or I could even say real estate Instagram post. And then it's going to, and if I click on templates, it's going to show me all the real estate Instagram posts that I could dream of. Maybe I just sold something. So I click the just sold. I say customize this template. I come in here. It's blue. I don't like the blue. So I go to my brand kit. I apply my colors. I apply my logo. I remove the background. I pop that over here. I go back to my brand kit. I find the picture of myself. I drag that in, remove the background, pop that in over here. And how sweet is that already? And then I
Hey,
just have to
Alex.
modify my name. Yeah,
Alex, could I just interrupt? I just want to mention something.
sure.
For those of you who are new to Canva and are already like, oh my gosh, how do I do it? I just want to let everybody know that it just takes a lot of practice and you just have to, get familiar and comfortable. And there is an undo button on the top. There's a little arrow, an undo. So you can't mess it up. You can always undo. And it saves automatically. So you don't have to worry about losing your material. So it's saving for you. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it can be overwhelming when you log in because you see all of these different things to do. And I think one of the first things that I would do if I were all of you is just jump in and say real estate, Facebook post or real estate Instagram post. And then click on templates, right? So I'd hit that, I'd hit templates, and now it's going to show me all the real estate Facebook posts. And let's say I like this one. I click on it. I say customize it. And then if I had my photo already uploaded, I would go to brand. Or if I wanted to upload my photo, I'd go to upload and actually upload my photo from my computer. If you want to replace anything on this template, you simply click on it, delete it, and then you can drag your photo into it. And then remove the background and put yourself over here. Or I don't like this house. I want to replace it. I remove it. And then I go to elements and I look for another house. And maybe I like that house instead. So I drag that house in. And I'm just showing you this real quick. Now I'm going to take you through the step by step, but I just want to show you all the possibilities here. And all of that is available from the home screen. Now, what you're seeing below all of this are all the projects I've created already. So you have two different sections. You have your designs, which are things you've created, and then you have templates, which are things you're going to create. And notice how when you click on templates, they're literally saying, hey, do you want a presentation template, an Instagram post template, a Facebook template, etc. Just make sure that you actually use the word real estate because then it'll give you real estate specific templates. So, and Maria had a question, can you upload your own house photo? Obviously, definitely upload your own house photo. If you're using this as a clickable link, you can include a hyperlink, just not on a design file that you're going to post on social media. So let me back up a second and go back to the actual presentation here. Let's go back over here to the Canva masterclass. And by the way, this entire presentation I'm showing you today was created in Canva. So let's go back to show this. So what do you have? One of the biggest things with Canva that people get overwhelmed with is there's a whole library of things. So just one of the things I like to say, just like your computer, make sure you're organizing your stuff from the very beginning. So create a folder for your listings, create a folder for your social media, and maybe create a folder for your client assets. So that in the listings folder, you have your listing flyer, your open house graphic, your listing presentation, etc. In your social media, you have different social media posts you've created. And in your client assets, you have different things you're creating for your clients. Now let's look at listing marketing. I kind of gave you a taste of that. But in listing marketing, you can create everything from the open house flyer, the just listed, just sold, the postcards, the Instagram reel, the Facebook post, the YouTube short, you name it, all of it is there. And once you get going on this, it's going to take some practice, like Liz said, but you could get to a point where you create a full listing package in 10 minutes. But how would you get to that point? You would have to set up templates, right? So the idea is not to come to Canva and create from scratch. That's the worst way to use Canva. The best way to use Canva is create your brand kit, create a template with your face, your logo, etc. So then you can copy that template and create multiple social media posts, create multiple flyers, create multiple stories and reels. Right? So Jose, for example, Jose wasn't a big Canva user when he first came to RealGrader, and I had all these templates created. And maybe you can share, Jose, like once you use the templates, it's a lot easier to create a presentation or create your graphics.
Oh, so much easier. You can just plug in and play. Like you mentioned, you can change the pictures, the colors, the size, pretty much everything.
So when you think about it, what you want to create as your first usage of Canva is your first social media post using your headshot, your logo, say, I really love how that came out. And now I'm going to kind of clone it for my Instagram post. I'm going to copy it again for my LinkedIn post. I'm going to copy it to a flyer. And that way you create a template for each of these things. That's going to make your life a lot easier. So imagine a listing flyer, right? We go in and create a listing flyer. We change the information, we change the colors, we upload our photo, we upload our house photo, we upload our logo, and now we're good to go. And the most important things that you should all have centrally located somewhere is your best professional headshot, your best professional logo, your color scheme so you don't look like you're, one day it's pink, one day it's brown, one day it's blue, but you're following the same color scheme. Pick your favorite fonts. We all have our favorite fonts. And pick your favorite graphics of properties, even if they're not your listings. The safest way is to use an interior of a home so that you can use that in multiple marketing pieces. Because if you use an actual property, you might not be able to reuse that graphic later. So are we following so far? Let me know if you're following, if I'm moving too fast, moving too slow. Let's get some feedback from the crowd. Put that in the chat. I'm following, or I'm moving too fast, or moving too slow. We got great pace. We got too fast for me. We got you are good. We got following. So we got a little mix, right? All right, taking that into account. And the rest of you, let me know. A little too fast. Pretty good. All right, so let me slow it down a notch here. Let's go back for a second. And let's take starting from scratch, right? Because some of this stuff will get more advanced. I'm going to start at the home page. And this is always going to be the home page, right? Yeah, Donna says, I didn't know that all you had to do is click on the colors or logo in the brand kit, which changes the entire design. Yeah, isn't that a great feature? So when you get to Canva, it's literally going to say, what do you want to design today? Just like Facebook would say, what do you want to post today? And in Canva, you have these major tabs, your designs and templates. And then you have Canva AI if you're on the pro version. This is the biggest distinction. You're either going to have the stuff you've made or the stuff that you're going to make. So your designs or templates. On the left-hand side, you're going to have a big create button. You're going to have the home page, which is taking you here. You're going to have your projects, which are all the projects you're creating. We're going to have all the templates, which are all the templates that you can use to save time. You're going to have the brand section where you can create your brand kit. And then you've got advanced things like Canva AI. So if we click on the create button, it's going to ask you, what do you want to create? And you pick presentation, social media, photo editor, video, etc. And let's just say I want to create a listing flyer, right? So I'm going to go real estate listing flyer. It's going to say, great, here's a real estate listing flyer. And then you can modify it to whatever thing you'd like. And now I can go to elements, or I can go to templates and look at all the listing flyers that are already created for me. I can go to elements to find graphics, images, or things that I may want to upload, like a picture of my house. I can go to text to insert text. I can go to brand to apply my brand kit. And Mr. LHO says, should you first create your brand kit before you do anything? If you're slightly tech savvy, yes. If you're not tech savvy at all, you're probably going to want to play around a little bit. But yes, I do highly believe that the brand kit will save you tons of time in the future. So it's kind of like you set up your computer and you personalize it. You set up your Canva and you personalize it with your logo, your headshot, etc. Right? And I'm going to show you how to create a brand kit in a second. But let's say you just wanted to free flow from a template. You're like, hey, I want to get a template because I have this property for sale and I'm going to use this template. And boom, the template gets applied. And then I want to change the text over here. I can simply come in and change the text and say Coldwell Banker Real Estate. I can put in the logo, change the logo by dragging the logo from my upload section. Maybe I want to drag my photo in. So here's a photo of an agent. I'm going to drag that in, hit background remover. So we remove the background. Super easy. See how fast? This used to take people hours and hours. Now we can quickly remove a background and drop it in over here and resize it. And resizing is always from the corners. You can change the price. Maybe this property, given the existing market, might be $1 million property now instead of 500K. We want to change the image of the house. we go over here to my uploads, and maybe I have the picture of the house that I uploaded, or I go upload files and I upload the picture from my computer. But here's a picture of a house. I drag that in, and boom, it resizes it automatically. Then I can change the home features, change my contact information, and I'm good to go. So let's go to Brand Kit for a second. And in the Brand Kit, we're going to create a brand kit. Let me see where that is. Brand kits, brand kits. I haven't created a brand kit in a while, so let me see if I can do this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we click on brand, and then there's a drop down, and we say create new brand kit. And I'm going to call the brand kit, let's take, for example, Donna Bruno, right? Don, I'm going to create a brand kit for you. So here's Donna Bruno. I hit create brand kit, and the first thing it says is to add my logos. So I would go upload the logo for Donna's brand kit. Then I would go to colors, and I would select the colors for Donna's brand kit. And literally you have every color you could dream of here. So maybe it's like, hey, I like that red. I'm going to save it, save the changes. That's part of her color palette, right? Then I'm going to add another color and another color. I can go to fonts, and I can add fonts and say for the title, I choose Arial. I like Arial, and I use that all the time. For the subtitle, I'm also going to use Arial, but I'm just going to make it a smaller subtitle. Then I go to brand voice, and I can record a brand voice of how I want my brand to show up. Then I can add different photos of different properties under brand assets and photos. I can add different graphics. I can add icons like my designation logos. And yeah, there's a question, are these templates geared to the commercial sector? No, they're residential, they're all different types, right? So once I have a brand kit created, it should look something like this. This is Anna Benavides's brand kit. It has her headshot, different versions of her headshot, right? It has her logos, all her EXP logos in different formats. It has her designation and certification logos. She's got her color schemes, so she can quickly apply the colors to the template. She has her fonts the way she wants them. She has her brand voice. She has her photos. She has her graphics, etc. So let's see if there's any questions on this first part before we move on.
Yeah, we have a good one here. They asked if they're using it through their company account, through the enterprise account. Are there presets of the brand and color schemes, etc.?
It depends on your company, but they should have set up your brand kits for you. Yeah, that's going to save you a lot of time. And if they have not, they usually have trainings or the actual brand kit schema that they can provide to you.
We got another one asking, what is brand voice right there on that menu on the left?
Brand voice is like how you describe how you show up in your marketing. So maybe it's like I show up warm with warm colors like rose, gold, yellow, or do I show up more like professional marketing like Facebook blue or things like that. So it's like how you show up. Do you show up warm? Do you show up like community minded? Do you show up generous? It's just a way to describe how somebody would interpret your brand. Right? So if we look at Anna, for example, here, let me just clear this out. And we look at Anna's brand. She's kind of warm and inviting, but also looking professional. You can see that she's got a lot of certifications and designations. She's got her phone number, her contact info, and she's like, welcome home with Anna. She's kind of like a warm, inviting, community-minded type of realtor. And let me just go back here to make sure we give you this. So let's go here, HGAR Canva.
Now we have another question here asking about the logo creator.
Yep, I can show that as well. But I do want to give you all this before we move on because I got some more advanced stuff we may not get to. Let's go here. I want to give you this because at least you'll walk away with a workbook. This is a workbook we created that summarizes everything I was going to cover in this training. Just because I slowed it down a little bit, I won't get to everything. So I want to make sure you get the full workbook. If you just text the word Canva to this number, and then Jose, if you could grab the link from the text and just put it in the chat
Yeah.
so everybody can get it. This is a workbook that basically walks you through how to create your brand kit, how to create templates. So for some of you that are not as tech savvy, you could actually print this out and do the step by step. So if you text Canva to this number, you'll get this workbook. And once you got it, just say, I got it. And you won't have to go through the same process you went through before because you're already set up in Canva. Fatin, Maria got it, Pamela got it, Tony got it. Fatin, just make sure you text back Canva because you have a space between the N and the A. Awesome. A lot of people got it. So whatever I don't cover today, I just want to make sure you get this workbook so that you have everything that I would have covered in the training. And what I'll do is I'll also send you all the slides from this presentation. So now let me cover this for a second. I'm going to walk through creating from scratch, right? So in Canva, no, you don't have to be pro, Marie, to do posts. You can actually be a complimentary Canva user and actually create social media content. So let's say you're creating a post from scratch or with a template. You would just hit the create button, you get this blank thing, and then you'd hit templates and you could bring in a template. So let's say I brought in this template right here, but I don't want to use that, text. I don't want to use that information. I want to customize it. I would start customizing the template, and the first thing I would do is get my photo, right? So maybe some of you don't know where your photo is. Well, guess what? Google is great for this. If you Google your name, you're going to find all the photos of yourself online. And all you got to do is find the photo of you online and hit save image as, and save that image to your computer. Once you save that image to your computer, you can simply go upload it to Canva and remove the background. So it doesn't matter if you have an image that had a background of like a cactus, like Anna here, or you had an image behind a house. You can remove the background to place it into your graphic. So I actually do this little trick is I take one day out of the month and I get like 20 photos taken of myself where I'm doing different things, like pointing to the house, being surprised by the price reduction. Yes, closed deal, right? Congratulations. Thumbs down, thumbs up. If you do these different things, take these different photos and you upload them to Canva, now you've got tons of photos of yourself in your favorite outfits, and those are very usable for creating different graphics. This is a little hack that a lot of the professionals do is we don't, customize all these images. We just get a bunch of photos taken on one day doing different things, and then we can use them for different graphics. So that's how we create YouTube thumbnails, flyer photos, all those different things. Notice how these are all the same photos of me, more or less, just pointing to different things. Another thing you're going to need is your logo. So where do you get your logo? A lot of you might not have your logo saved. You actually want to go on Google, look up your name and logo or your brand name and logo, find the logo, save that logo, import it into Canva, remove the background, so then you can drag it right into the image. That's how you're going to personalize your posts. And then the beautiful thing about Canva is once you have a post ready to go, you can simply hit the share button and look at all the things you can do with the image. You can download the image. You can get a public view of the image. You can print it. You can post it to Facebook. You can do all kinds of things with that image. And if you download it, you have lots of different ways that you can download it as well. Because in order for you to take the image from Canva and put it on your social media, you are going to need to download it. And that's how agents share it to all the different social media. Now, somebody had asked about Instagram Reels. You can actually go in Canva and say real estate reels and look at all the stuff. Somebody's asking about logos. Now I got an echo. Somebody, if somebody can mute themselves. Watch this. I go real estate logos, templates. Look at all the real estate logos ready to go. Pretty wild. You can literally click on any of these, like this one, customize this template, change the name, right, to Donna Rice Real Estate, whatever the case may be, and literally apply the color scheme that you want. Like maybe you want it to be green, you can make it green. Maybe you want it to be white, make it white. Want it to be black, make it black. You want to change the way this thing, you can change the colors up here, right? So you can change the colors to gray. You do get a lot of logos available in the complimentary and in the company canvas as well. Yes, Donna, there's tons in there. You're not going to get everything because they obviously try to upgrade you for the next level. But yes, there's tons of logos in here. Let's go back to this. And let's go to Instagram Reels. This is a little more advanced, but I do want you to see that, Instagram Reels is already a very difficult thing to do for a lot of people, but Canva's making it super easy because they actually have real estate reels ready to go. So you can go to the templates, select a reel, customize that template. You can change the text on this reel, add your graphic, your image, your logo on the reel, which nobody's doing. I think this is like gold for you all. And you can literally add music to it, and then you can save it and post it. So let me show you in real time what that looks like. I come in here, I go Instagram Reels, go to templates, look at all these amazing Instagram Reel templates. And now I want to say real estate because I want to get specific. So Instagram Real Estate Reels. Look at all these reels ready to go. So let's say I want this one. I hit Customize Template. If I had my brand kit set up, I would go to my brand kit for Anna, drag in her photo, remove the background, and boom, Anna's on top of this. Change the logo. I would take out this logo, go to brand kit, take the logo, drag it right in, put it up there, and now watch this. We literally have an Instagram reel with her branding ready to go. And then all I have to do is hit the share button, download, and hit download. And now I saved it on my computer. Now, of course, going to find it on my computer is another little nightmare. But once you find the video, you can actually upload it to your social media. So something like this would have taken us 20 minutes pre-Canva. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Maria. So coming back over here, let's do one last thing before we go. Let's go back over here. So in a perfect world, once you have all of your social media like templates created, you're going to be able to post things a lot quicker, right? So imagine you're taking, let's do this. Imagine this. So imagine you've created a few templates, you've created your brand kit in Canva, and you're starting to create your social media stuff in Canva. You're going to get to a point where you can actually have the Canva posts go out on your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Google, your YouTube, right? And that's really where the magic starts to happen is when you've created your templates or you create your brand kit, now you can start to have some automation happen where things are going out automatically. So before we get into this last piece of automating things, what's your biggest takeaways and let me know what you learned so far in this training. Feel free to put it in the chat. What's your biggest takeaways and what have you learned so far through this training? Is Canva valuable? Do you see this as an asset for your business? Will you be using it for social media posts? Will you be using it for Reels? Yeah, amazing possibilities. Giovanni says it is an asset. Christine says this is amazing. I need to go get started. Big access. This seems very easy and amazing. Time saving and branding. I stumbled using it, but now I feel more confident. Awesome. Maria says social media posts. I love the Reels part. I learned about the brand kits, learned how to remove my photo. Awesome. Donna says I had a lot of these features half done, but didn't know how to complete the loose ends. Love it. So we do trainings all the time. We do trainings once a month with Hudson Gateway Association of Realtors. And if any of you need more support, I'm going to share this little secret with you. We are currently posting on behalf of over 1,500 agents. What does that mean? It means we use Canva. Like we're one of the big users of Canva. So we already have the templates created. We're creating social media on behalf of 1,500 agents. And somebody like Trudy is actually not even doing it anymore. We're actually doing it for her. So these posts that are going out for her on her Google, her Facebook, her LinkedIn, her Instagram, her YouTube, we set up her brand on this solution. And now we schedule the post to go out automatically across all her platforms. So not only are we pre-creating the content, but we're posting on behalf of all these agents automatically. In addition to that, we have a service where if you need to go in and create content, rather than you going and downloading it and posting it into each different profile, we can actually post into all the profiles from one place. So watch this. Trudy over here was set up by us. We set up all her profiles, and now she has automatic content going out on her Google business every day. I'm just curious, how many of you are posting on Google Business? Put a yes or a no in the chat. And did you even know that you could post on Google Business? Yeah, a lot of no's, right? So you should be posting on Google Business every day, but I'm going to be the one of the only people to tell you that it really doesn't matter what you post on Google Business. Like it matters what you post on Facebook and Instagram, but for Google Business, it's more about the algorithm to show you higher on Google Business. Google Business is the site where all of your Google reviews lives, right? So you want to have a Google Business page with Google reviews. We can set that up for you. If you need help with that, we can also look at your online presence and tell you what you're missing. That's something Jose is going to offer complimentary to all of you before we go here, is a complimentary digital audit so that we can see what you have and what you don't have. Instagram posts. Look at this. She has posts going out every day with her photo on it. Isn't this wild? So she's got content going out with her photo on it. It matches her branding. It's good to go. She has content going out on LinkedIn every day. So her customers are like, wow, you're on LinkedIn every day. She's got content going out on her Facebook every day. She's got content going out on her YouTube Shorts every week.
Alex,
Right?
can I interrupt
Yeah,
you for one quick second?
sure.
I've spoken to Jose before, just so you know. Great presentation in the past with Instacart, so
Yeah,
I definitely vouch for him, and I have a follow-up conversation with him. Question for you is something very important to me that you just mentioned.
yeah,
Google reviews.
yeah,
I'm having a nightmare of a time right now. I have real clients that I've closed transactions with that post Google reviews and
yep,
then they go missing. And
yep.
I'm
You're not
talking to
alone.
Google support and trying to understand why would a real transaction that Google, if they just did 2 seconds of research, would see the transaction close and the owner's name. Do you guys help manage that? And can you explain why Google does that?
Yeah, so Google, this is a new thing that Google does, not personal to you. They actually have been doing this across the entire world. And I kind of predicted this years ago. they're cracking down on Google reviews, and I get that yours are legitimate, and so you do need to appeal that. That's the one of the top things to do is to appeal that. What's happening is Google is obviously a very high on tech company. They've actually reduced a lot of labor force to replace with AI. And they now have an AI bot that is going through all the Google reviews, trying to detect what is fake and what is real. And obviously, they're over detecting. And this has been reported on forums across the entire world that Google has gone too far with this and it's actually impacting business. And so the best thing that I can say for now until they fix the issue, they've done this before and they actually restored the reviews afterwards. And the next training, by the way, is on Google reviews. That's a great point, Liz, and I am covering that on that training. But yeah, this is a major concern for business owners across the entire world right now that have Google business pages because we all worked hard to get these reviews, and now Google sent an AI bot and just said, "Hey, these look fake. I'm going to remove them," not letting us know anything, just kind of doing it haphazard. So I recommend number one is appeal it. Number two, I would make a download of your existing reviews so that you can prove that those were done by people and that they existed on your Google business page. We're noticing that if we have proof that they were there before, the appeal works better.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we just kind of have to wait and see. The last time this happened, I waited 3 weeks and then the reviews came back. I'm not guaranteeing that, obviously, but I'm just letting you know that this is not the first time Google has done this. Probably won't be the last because they're just trying to apply AI, which we know AI isn't always perfect, to something that really should not be AI'd. As far as
Thank you
I'm
so
concerned.
much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you get it. And Donna says, how do you challenge it with Google? You do a formal appeal. So if you Google Google review appeals or Google business appeals, you'll find a link and you got to submit a formal appeal. But don't let that dissuade the rest of you from getting reviews. It's still something that's highly important. In fact, I've been pushing for years that agents get tons of reviews early because I knew eventually it was going to get harder and harder because it just became too easy for people to get reviews at some point. Just getting back to this, I just want to make sure before we go, we are providing a complimentary audit to each and every one of you because a lot of you are going to use Canva and in fact, what was the gentleman you were just on before? What was your name, sir?
Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Giovanni, can you share what happens on that audit, just so a third party can say? I mean, Jose's going to get on a call. He's going to Google you, tell you what you're missing across all the profiles. But if you hear it from an agent, probably even better.
You want me to he's already done it. You want me to share what he found?
Yeah, share what he found or what was the value to everybody else, why you think they should do it
Uh,
too, because I think it's
base,
super useful.
Basically, it showed that even though I had great reviews, I was nowhere to be found. My Google profile page was buried under God knows where. And what I thought was easily, I work hard to get my clients to put in their reviews across different platforms. It just was buried somewhere else. So clearly, I need that SEO help, and I need it fast. So no, it was invaluable. Definitely.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it. Yeah, so for each and every one of you, we only do this for certain partnerships. We can't afford to do this for everybody because Jose is going to take his personal time to review your online presence. But Jose, if you want to put the link to your calendar in the chat, I
Absolutely.
recommend all of you hop on with him at least for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. He'll go through your Google business and see what's going on there. He'll go through your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Realtors, Zillow, and Homes.com. He'll give you recommendations on what to improve. Because I think, like, we were just at Keller Williams family reunion. Imagine 10,000 agents out of the hunt. We sat down 200 agents. Not one of them had a solid online presence. Literally zero. Every single time we found things that needed to get corrected. So I guarantee that everybody on this call has things that need correction. And it really hurts me in my heart when I see somebody who's doing such hard work to serve people. And then let's say their link is broken to their website, or they don't have a Google business page, so they're not getting found. And then the next person is getting the deal. I mean, if you're doing all this work to be a realtor, you're on calls like this to learn how to advance your career, you got to make sure that your foundation is set up properly. And that means your Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So take a moment, click the link, schedule time with Jose. Once you scheduled, just put in the chat that you scheduled with him. Again, this is complimentary. In some organizations, we charge $99 for this service. So I'm providing this complimentary to Hudson Gateway Association of Realtors. Recommend you take advantage of it. And the link, he just put it in the chat, or you can scan this QR code. And if any of you need help, like you need to fix your profiles or fix your branding, or you need help with automatically posting on all your social media, we offer that service. So at RealGrader, what we do is we audit your digital presence for free. We provide you a digital card for free. We provide training for free. And then some of you are like, hey, I want to speed up this process. I'd rather pay somebody to do it right. That's when you pay us, and we go in and we set up all your profiles. We automatically schedule your social media so that you can go out there and do the business of real estate. And again, why I built this is because my mom did not want to be a techie. She just wanted to be in the relationship business. And once I became her techie, she made way more money. So then I said, wow, there's so many agents out there that need help. So we're here to help you automate that. Also, if you want to speak to Jose, Jose can put his number in the chat, his phone number. You can text him directly if you want to set up a call. Maybe Jose, if you just want to put your phone number in the chat, or if anybody wants a phone call, put your phone number in the chat, and Jose will text you right now and set up a meeting. Any questions? And we do these training once a month. They're different topics. Next month, we're doing Google reviews, how to get more Google reviews. I had a client pretty wild. He went from 0 reviews on Google to 250. He did experience a little bit of the clawback that Giovanni's talking about, so he's probably at like 220. In fact, I'm curious. Let's see where he is. So this is Tim. Tim's at 284 now. Look at that. So he was at 0, now he's at 284, and we're posting for him every day. Jose, I got to run to my next meeting, but if you want to stay and answer any questions, I thank you all for being here today. You got some phone numbers in the chat as well. So are
Yep,
you good
got
to
them
go to
both.
take over from here?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Alex. See you soon.
See you.
All right, I'm getting everybody scheduled here. Anyone that requested a text or a phone call, I've got your number. And if anyone had any issues scheduling, just let me know and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, I think we're good to wrap. I got Wanda. Wanda, you scheduled. VJ scheduled. Perfect. Veronica. And
So I
then we
just
can,
want to remind everybody we have another training on the Google reviews. I put the link in the chat. And thank you all for attending.
thank you, everyone. I'll see you guys on the next one.
I'll leave it open, Jose, for a minute in case people are still typing in.
Okay, perfect. You see here. All right, Donna, I got you scheduled. Perfect. So, yeah, if anyone needs the link to schedule a call, let me know. You can text that same number, 516-400-4161, and we'll make sure that we get you all of the guidebooks. Jose trying to schedule. Tina, what are you running into? You're muted. Let's see if it lets me unmute you. You should be
Yeah,
able to unmute yourself. There we go.
I scanned the QR and I get as far as the time and that's it.
Yeah, so you click on the time,
Yeah, I did. I guess
and then it should let you add your information and then finish scheduling.
no, it didn't. Let me change. Maybe I should change a different day. Maybe it's the day is gone.
Could be. A lot of people scheduling at the same time.
All right, let's try the next day. No times available. Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, thank you.
That call is in high demand.
All right. I okay, I think I got it now. All right, thank
Perfect. Yeah, I
you.
got Donna, I got Bonnie, Nina. Awesome. Looks like everyone's being able to get scheduled.
I'm putting it
And
in
then I'll
now.
make sure to text everyone as well the link so you can just have it and just in case you're having the same issues as Teams.